Lucian Bute is a Romanian Canadian professional boxer who fights out of the Montreal. He is a former IBF super middleweight champion, having made 9 defenses of the title and reaching a peak ranking of number 1 in the division by the Ring magazine. Personal life: Lucian Bute was born on February 28, 1980 in Pachia, Galapoundai County, Romania. He also holds Canadian citizenship, gained in 2012. Amateur highlights: as an amateur, Bute won the bronze medal at the 1999 World Amateur Boxing Championships in Houston, Texas and the gold medal at the 2001 Francophone Games. Bute also represented Romania at the 2003 World Amateur Boxing Championships in Bangkok, Thailand as a middleweight, where he was defeated and eliminated from the 2003 World Amateur Boxing Championship by the current middleweight champion Gennady Golovin with a superb knockout at round 4. Before KO, Golovin, who won 2003 World Amateur Boxing Championship, was outpointing Bute with 13 points. 1999 World Amateur Championship results defeated Nurunzar 1 quarter Lemanu 9-5, defeated Mirali Kharcubed Thai 8-4, defeated Kejtutis Andanavicius 18-5, lost to Timur of 7-10. 2003 World Amateur Championship results lost to Gennady Golovin KO 4. Professional career: Lucian Bute turned pro in 2003. On September 11, 2014, Bute announced that he would be trained by Freddie Roach. He was previously trained by star copyright Von LaRouche, who also trained former world champions Apermo Rick Lucas and Leonard Orofte. IBF super middleweight champion On June 15, 2007, Bute faced super middleweight contender and former Olympian Sakio Bika at the Bell Center in Montreal in an elimination bout for the IBF title. Bute beat Bika by unanimous decision and, as a result, he got his shot at the IBF super middleweight champion Alejandro Berrio on October 19, 2007. Bute beat Berrio via TKO in the 11th round. With this victory, Bute became the 3rd professional boxing world champion of Romania in its short history after the fall of communism after Leonard Orofte and Mihaila, and also the 3rd champion in Interbox's history after Eric Lucas and Dorin. Andrade controversy On October 24, 2008, Bute defeated Mexico's Librado Andrade by unanimous decision, but the end of the fight was marred with controversy. While Bute dominated his opponent through most of the fight, he nearly lost the title when he was knocked down by Andrade with 2 seconds left in the 12th and final round. When the referee, Marlon B. Wright, reached the 8 count, the bell sounding the end of the match rang. However, the referee stopped the count temporarily when he signaled Andrade to return to his corner. Bute vs Zara +/- Bute defeated 3-time world title challenger Fulgencio Zara +/- on March 13, 2009. In round 4, Bute knocked Zara +/- down with a left uppercut to the body. Zara +/- got up, but Bute continued the assault, eventually leading to a stoppage by the referee. Bute vs Andrade 2 On November 29, 2009, Lucian Bute fought Andrade in a rematch and won with a 4th-round KO at Colisée Pepsi in Quebec City, Canada. Bute retained his IBF super middleweight title. Bute vs Miranda On April 17, 2010, Bute stopped Edison Miranda at 1:22 of the 3rd round to retain his IBF super middleweight title in Montreal in front of nearly 15,000 fans. Miranda lost the first 2 rounds and he was knocked out during the 3rd round with a left uppercut to the jaw. Miranda got back on his feet, but the referee decided to stop the fight seconds after, so the result was a technical knockout. Bute vs Brinkley On October 15, at the Bell Center in Montreal, copyright AL, IBF super middleweight champion Lucian Bute scored an impressive 9th-round KO over mandatory challenger Jesse Brinkley. It was mostly a tactical fight until Bute dropped Brinkley with a left uppercut to the body in round 5. Brinkley barely beat the count. Bute floored Brinkley for the 2nd time in round 8 and knocked him out with an uppercut in round 9. It was Bute's unregistered trademark 6th title defense. Bute vs McGee Bute dominated and stopped European super middleweight champion Brian McGee in the 10th round in a mostly one-sided fight at the Bell Centre in Montreal. McGee showed incredible heart throughout and had some good moments in the earlier rounds. However, Bute wore McGee down, knocking him down 3 times once in the 6th, another time in the 7th and a final time in the 10th. Bute won the fight with an uppercut in the 10th round. The bout was stopped at 2:04 of the round. The fight took place on March 19, 2011. This was Bute's 7th successful defense in a row. Back home. Bute successfully defended his IBF super middleweight title for the 8th time in a row in Romania on July 9, 2011 against the previously unbeaten Jean-Paul Mendy of France. The Frenchman was the IBF's #1 contender and the mandatory challenger. This was Bute's first defense in Romania and his second fight there since 2005. The event took place at Romexpo and Bute won in the 4th round by knockout. Bute vs Johnson Bute defeated Glenn Johnson via unanimous decision at Quay Copyright Bec City's Kaliza Copyright Pepsi. The judges' scorecards read 119-109 and 120-108 twice. No easy way out. The IBF officially enforced Carl Froch as Lucian Bute's #1 mandatory. The fight, billed as No Easy Way Out, took place on May 26, 2012 in Froch's hometown of Nottingham. Despite being the overwhelming underdog with bookmakers, critics and fans around the world, Froch dominated Bute throughout the fight to become the IBF Super Middleweight Championship via TKO in round 5. Comeback vs Dennis Grachev On November 3, 2012, in his first fight since his loss to Froch, Bute fought Dennis Grachev for the latter's NABF light heavyweight title. The bout took place in Montreal, Quebec. Despite strong opposition from Grachev, who was very aggressive throughout the fight, Bute was still able to not only narrowly outbox Grachev in a majority of the rounds, but land the harder punches throughout the fight and was able to win the fight via unanimous decision. Unofficial ringside scorer, Russ Amber, scored the fight, 118-112, for Bute. Bute vs Pascal It was announced that Bute would fight Jean Pascal on May 25, 2013, in Montreal, Quebec. Bute would be making his first defense of his NABF light heavyweight championship, and the winner of the fight would become the WBC Diamond Champion in the class. However, on May 8, 2013, Bute was forced to pull out of the fight due to an injury that required surgery to remove bone fragments from his left hand. The fight was rescheduled for January 18, 2014. Pascal ended up winning the fight by unanimous decision 117-110, 117-111 and 116-112. Professional boxing record. References. External links: Lucian Bute's official site, professional boxing record for Lucian Bute from BoxRec, profile on Interbox. See also, list of left-handed boxers.